The air in Delphi, Indiana, hangs heavy, not just with the humidity of a Midwestern afternoon, but with the ghosts of what was lost. 3 years ago, the sun shone on a day of laughter and freedom, a day meant for friendship and adventure. But for Abigail Williams, a bright-eyed 13-year-old, and her best friend Liberty German, a spirited 14-year-old, that day on the Monon High Bridge trails would become their last. A day of promise, replaced by a nightmare that continues to haunt this close-knit community and captivate the nation. The mystery remains. Who took their lives and why? The silence of justice echoes louder than any scream. Abigail, known to her friends and family as Abby, was a lover of art, a dreamer who saw the world in vibrant colors. Her notebooks were filled with intricate sketches, a testament to her burgeoning talent. She possessed a quiet strength, a thoughtful nature that endeared her to many. Liberty, affectionately known as Libby, possessed a spark, a zest for life that drew people to her. She was outgoing, charismatic, with a radiant smile that could light up a room. Her energy was infectious, her laughter a familiar sound in the halls of Delphi Community Middle School. Their friendship was the kind that blooms in the hallways of middle school and deepens with shared secrets and dreams whispered under starlit skies. They were inseparable, a duo whose bond was forged in shared experiences and mutual understanding. On February 13, 2017, a day off from school felt like a gift, an invitation to explore the trails and the woods near their hometown. It was a crisp, clear winter day, the kind that hints at the coming spring, but still held a touch of the season's chill. They packed their backpacks, excited for an afternoon of hiking and, perhaps, a selfie or two to mark the day. Little did they know, their carefree adventure would tragically transform into an event that would send shockwaves through Delphi, a small town of just over 3,000 people, nestled in Carroll County, Indiana. The girls planned to hike the trails, the rugged landscape a familiar playground for them. The Monon High Bridge, an old railway trestle that now served as a pedestrian walkway, was a popular spot, offering stunning views of Deer Creek below. The surrounding woods, a tapestry of bare trees and occasional evergreen, provided a sense of wild beauty. Libby, a tech-savvy teenager, documented the trip on her phone. She used Snapchat to capture the picturesque scenes of the Monon High Bridge, a historic landmark that spanned Deer Creek. This bridge would become the last place these two young girls would ever be seen. They began documenting their hike at around 1:30 p.m., the video capturing their cheerful chatter and the serene beauty of the wintry landscape. Hours passed with no concern or sign of trouble. The hours ticked by, and the sun began its slow descent towards the horizon, casting long shadows across the familiar paths. And yet, as the afternoon wore on, worry began to creep in. When the girls failed to return home, their families, their hearts sinking with a chilling premonition, reported them missing. The initial disbelief quickly gave way to a pervasive dread that settled over Delphi like an oppressive fog. The search began in the fading light of February 13th. Concerned citizens, local law enforcement, and volunteer search parties poured into the woods, their flashlights piercing the deepening gloom. Every rustle of leaves, every shadow cast by the trees, became a potential threat, amplifying the growing anxiety. The initial hours were a blur of organized chaos, with search grids meticulously laid out and every possible scenario being considered. Days turned into a frantic, desperate hunt for any sign of the girls. It was a race against time, with the chilling knowledge that the elements, as well as the unknown, were their enemies. The sheer vastness of the wooded terrain, coupled with the challenging winter conditions, made the search an arduous and emotionally draining undertaking for everyone involved. The search intensified. Law enforcement canvassed the area, searching for witnesses, scouring the digital footprints of everyone who might have been in the area that day. Detective Sergeant Detective Corbin, among others, became a familiar face to the grieving community, offering updates and reassurance amidst the despair. They used advanced forensic techniques, analyzing DNA, combing through social media, and chasing every rumor, every whisper of information. The authorities released sketches based on witness testimony, most notably the chilling image of the man known only as Bridge Guy, a composite depicting a person seen near the bridge around the time the girls went missing. The image of Bridge Guy became an eerie emblem, a haunting reminder of the killer's elusive presence. Each day was a new iteration of heartbreak, a fresh wave of dashed hopes as leads failed to materialize into concrete evidence. Despite all efforts, the case remained cold. The lack of definitive answers fueled frustration and speculation, both within the community and across the wider digital landscape. The internet became a hotbed for theories, many based on little to no evidence, as the world sought answers to the inexplicable tragedy. Amateur sleuths pored over every scrap of publicly released information, generating countless hypotheses, some plausible, others wildly imaginative. The community, a tightly woven fabric of trust and familiarity, was torn apart by suspicion and fear. Every stranger became a potential suspect. Every resident now eyed their neighbors with a measure of distrust, the once sacred bonds of community strained by the pervasive atmosphere of uncertainty. The joyous laughter of children on the playground now felt hollow, tinged with a newfound awareness of the vulnerability that lurked beneath the surface of their peaceful existence. The once vibrant heart of Delphi was poisoned by the unknown, its innocence irrevocably tarnished. The families of Abigail and Liberty became the faces of the tragedy, their stoic resilience in the face of unimaginable grief inspiring many. Their pain was palpable, their loss a constant reminder of the love and innocence they were forced to endure. They continued to fight for justice, using their voices to keep the case alive, to remind the world of the innocence lost and the void left behind. The victims' families have remained resolute, a beacon of strength in the ongoing darkness. They have consistently pleaded for any information, their calls for help echoing through media outlets and community gatherings. They have repeatedly stated that they are grateful for the support of their community, finding solace in the shared burden of sorrow and the unwavering commitment of their neighbors. They continue to visit the trails, the scene of their daughter's final moments, and speak of their cherished memories, keeping the spirit of Abby and Libby alive. The Delphi murders case remains a stark example of how an unsolved crime can devastate an entire community, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. The case has served as a brutal reminder of the fragility of life, how quickly normalcy can be shattered by the intrusion of unthinkable violence. It serves as a testament to the enduring power of grief, the profound and lasting impact of loss, and the relentless pursuit of truth that drives investigators and loved ones alike. The emotional impact on the community of Delphi is immeasurable. The case continues to cast a long shadow over the town, its whispers echoing in every corner. The absence of answers, the absence of closure, has left an open wound that time has struggled to heal. The families of Abigail and Liberty live with an unspeakable pain, a constant ache that will likely never fully subside. They are forever bound by the tragedy, their lives irrevocably altered by the events of that fateful day. They have become a symbol of resilience, a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of profound adversity. The search for justice for Abigail and Liberty is a fight to ensure that their memories live on, not as victims of a crime, but as the vibrant, joyful girls they were, and that the perpetrator is brought to account. The case has changed the way people in Delphi live. Parents are more cautious, their protective instincts amplified. Children are more aware of their surroundings, the carefree innocence of childhood now tempered with a new understanding of potential dangers. The once innocent trails, a place of adventure and exploration, have become a place of caution, a stark reminder of what transpired there. The murders have transformed the fabric of the community, weaving threads of unease into the tapestry of everyday life. People are more careful with their daily routines, their routes, and their interactions. The tragedy has changed everything, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of Delphi. The legacy of Abigail Williams and Liberty German is a call to action, a poignant reminder of the preciousness of life. It reminds us of the importance of cherishing every moment, of holding our loved ones close, and of never taking the safety and innocence of our children for granted. It urges us to protect the most vulnerable in our society, to be vigilant, and to foster a community where such darkness cannot take root. The unresolved nature of their deaths should motivate us to bring those responsible to justice, to ensure that no other family endures such profound and lasting pain. Their names are forever etched in the hearts of the community, a tragic reminder of what was lost. Their memory fuels the fight for justice. The question remains, who is responsible for the deaths of Abigail Williams and Liberty German? The question haunts the dreams of investigators, a persistent enigma that defies resolution. The question is whispered throughout the streets of Delphi, a somber refrain that underscores the enduring pain of the community. The only way to provide closure, to begin the long process of healing, is by arresting the individual responsible. The trail of evidence, however faint, continues to be meticulously followed. The hope for justice, though tested, remains alive in the hearts of those who long for answers. The case has not been forgotten. It is a scar on the landscape of this small Indiana town, a constant reminder of the work that still needs to be done. The case of Abigail and Liberty has become a symbol of the darkness that can lurk in the most ordinary of places, a stark contrast to the idyllic image often associated with rural American life. It is a testament to the enduring power of evil, the capacity for cruelty that can exist just beneath the surface of everyday life. The story is a reminder of the importance of vigilance, of being aware and alert to the dangers that may exist, even in familiar surroundings. It's an appeal to our shared humanity, a plea for collective action and unwavering determination to see justice served. The pursuit of justice is a sacred duty, a commitment to ensuring that those who prey on innocence are held accountable for their heinous actions. The shadows of Delphi may linger, but the light of hope for resolution continues to shine.